What is up, everybody? Welcome to another stream of the Asian Mint. I know it's been a while, but we're back. The Asian Mint is back. Of course, I'm Navs. You can call me Naveen. I don't have a metaverse name yet, still in the works. I'm going to ask my friends today to maybe help me figure that out. But speaking of my friends joining me today, of course, we are joined by, let's go by her NFT name, Carly Cat
Yeah,
NFT. We'll go with that because we're in a totally different universe right now, as you all know if you're
that's
collecting
right.
NFTs. And well, this guy will have to introduce by his name because he is a seven-time Philippine Basketball Association champion. He's also the proud owner of a number of cyber Kongs that I have to say I'm a little envious about. But of course, welcome to Jared Dillinger, J Daredevil, PBA veteran, and now an NFT collecting all-star as well. Carla, Jared, let's start with that. How are you both doing today? Thanks for joining me.
Doing okay. JD, I know you haven't gotten much sleep this past week
Yeah, I never
doing that
know.
NFT grind.
Right,
Right.
right. I see you two on tweeting about it all the time too. So I can feel the passion over there.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean,
Yes, sir.
since I first talked to you, because I actually, when I was trying to get into NFTs, JD was the one who I asked for guidance. And in
Right.
like 2 weeks, suddenly I'm on the show, and my
Right.
Twitter is now all about NFTs. So I have definitely fallen into the
Well, Carla, the real question, Carla, is like how much of your life savings have you now decided to put on NFTs
Oh my
instead?
gosh. You know what? Like preparing for the show, I was telling JC, you know what? Maybe I should just put all of it. No, just kidding.
Oh my
It's
god.
tempting
Well,
though. I've said it five, like I keep saying, okay, this is the last time I'm going to add some money. Last time I'm going to get some ETH.
Too.
I've said that 5 times.
Oh, it
oh
gets
man.
worse.
Safe to
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, just wait till Sol starts rising even more and more because that's something we can discuss later on. But yes,
Yeah.
Carla, I think you should absolutely just throw all your life savings at a maybe an Axo little gift or something like that. Speaking of metaverse
It's
names,
gonna
my
be a
dear
great
friend
show.
my friend Ed says Nav's Gang Gang should be my metaverse name. I will keep that under consideration, buddy. I also want to say hello to some familiar faces. Dominic Tan, what's up, Dom? Thanks for joining. And Terry, thanks for joining us today. And thanks to everyone who's tuning in right now. Welcome to we don't we have we don't really have a name for it. We're just gonna call it the Asian Mint Presents because we're very passionate about NFTs. And today we are presenting Mr. J Daredevil here, who will talk about his NFT journey. Jared, we know you're a basketball veteran. You know you've been in the game a long time, but take me back to the time you became a rookie in the NFT universe. Like, how did you get into it?
Okay. First and foremost, Navs, thank you so much for having me come with you guys and talk about NFT jargon and crypto. And if you guys haven't noticed before, I love this stuff. I could talk about it for days. So thank you, giving me a vessel, a bridge to talk about this stuff, other than my lady who has to hear it nonstop. So shoot. So yeah, take you back. My rookie days, getting into the NFT vibes. It happened during the pandemic, of course, couldn't go anywhere. We're stuck at home. I was training, getting ready for the season, and there's just so much you can do at home. So finally, I jumped into the crypto bug and messed around with that for a while, and it was kind of boring after a while, just looking at charts all day and learning how money moves through, just through similar to stocks, right? In some sense. So,
Right.
and one day my lady just started telling me about, why don't you just try NFTs? Just try it. And that was around May-ish, I would say, about May. And I got into the sandbox metaverse looking to buy for land. That was it. I had no idea. Just like you guys when you started, I'm sure it's so overwhelming. You don't know which direction is the right direction to go.
And you're
Can't tell from
learning about gas fees and whatnot. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're confused on gas fees, on how that operates. You don't know what is good because all the art, everything's subjective. The
I mean,
longer you're into this space,
you're navigating through Discord and it feels so overwhelming for a little
everything,
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
exactly.
Everything, and then you start looking at the art and you're trying to dictate what's good or bad. And you would see pictures of tits and dicks selling for 10 Ethereum. You would see the most gorgeous art of whatever it may be, a donkey, a horse, and it's not even selling, right? So it throws you off a little bit when you first enter. And so I get into it in May. I'm in Sandbox, and I'm just lucky, but CyberKongz has its main headquarters of when I was trying to buy land in Sandbox. So of course I do research about crypto, CyberKongz, end up buying land right next to them. And that really kind of helped me dive into NFTs. I got on the Discord with all the CyberKong people, and it was still really early. So there was only like 1,000 or 2,000 of us in the group chat.
Yeah.
So I was talking to all the devs like every day. Just, I had nothing to do here. So I was just talking to them every day, and they're just kind of like showing me the ropes on how everything worked. And it was really those guys who really helped push me like to where I'm at today. Like if it wasn't for them, like I would have no sense of direction on how to start this whole thing.
Right. You know, when anyone asks me, sorry, Carla, when anyone asks me, what's the first thing I need to know about getting into NFTs? I say, you got to learn how to use Discord, man, because Discord is going to be your gold mine where you're going to get all that information. And more importantly, you just get pointers from people who do this shit. You know what I mean? Who do this shit every day. Because in the States, people are quitting their jobs, quitting their 9-to-5 corporate jobs, and they're out here doing NFTs full time, and they're making more profits than they did
much money,
slaving themselves. Yeah. Carla, sorry. Carla, you were saying,
No, I was just going to say that I actually just found out how to organize my Discord. I've been using it for years now for gaming, and I didn't even know that you could make folders. So you can do that. Just drag the servers on top of each other because you'll end up in hundreds.
Yeah.
Just and it gets really overwhelming.
Exactly. Yeah. And like, you know, sometimes you don't want to open Discord because you're going to see like a bunch of red dots all over the place. And like for someone like me who's like OCD, I hate like having to go at it one by one, but you have to, right? It's very required. I want to say hello to some friends that we have joining us here today. Dijo Sonko, who of course hosts Let's Eat with Carla every Saturday. What's up, Dijo? Nice to see you here. Hello to Ryan Pantanilla. Good afternoon to you, fam. Hello to Alvin. Hello to Roland, Ed, Neil, and Jammers. Okay, so Jared, what was the first ever instance or memory you can remember when you were like, oh shit, this NFT thing, it's got me hooked. It's got me hooked bad.
The very first one I bought, and it was CyberKongz. I was minting. Can you imagine the craziness of this? I was minting baby CyberKongz, and I had no idea what I was doing. Like I was just getting talked through with some of the devs on developers. For people who don't know devs, I'm already throwing out NFT jargon here. The developers from CyberKongz, they were so kind to really walk me through on how to buy my first NFT. And big shit show. Didn't know what I was doing. I tried to buy at low gas fees, even though the gas fees were just skyrocketing. So I could not understand why my transaction wasn't going through. Like typical noob stuff. So I had like 20 pending set transactions on my MetaMask. Didn't get any of the mints of the baby Kongs. Ended up losing like 100,000 pesos in transaction fees just because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I figured out I had to cancel by the time, you know, everything like ran out, the CyberKongz. So it was sucked. It was just a funny learning experience. It's funny now, but at the time it was just like, dude, what? This is so hard, bro. Like, what's going on right now? So I didn't have no one to talk to when I got into this. So I had so many trial and errors my first month into NFTs.
I think that's the initiation into the NFT world. Losing your ETH with failed transaction fees.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And
that happened to me as well. So I was super panicking. Sorry, go ahead, Navs.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, Carl, at that point too, like the temptation so easy to say, you know, screw this shit. Why am I even getting into this? Right? Yeah.
So easy to like it's not for me. And it's funny because you'll see this all the time on Discord of these meltdowns, myself included. Like when I lost my CyberKongz and got my wallet cleaned out, I was on Discord on the CyberConks chat, like, hey, can I get my thing back? Like, what's going on here? Like someone help. Like, there is no help, right? So
Yeah.
was,
How did it happen?
oh, dude, it's so embarrassing. Like, I mean, I basically gave my seed phrase out. Like, these people, they seamlessly worked their conversation into mine with the developers in CyberConks. They acted as if they were one of them. So
Okay.
they probably read my whole message thread about being confused. Hey, I'm a new guy. I don't know what I'm doing. So they acted like they're one of them. And then we got on the DMs like, hey, yeah, JD, we're going to help you out. Like, get you back on track. Just send us this information and you'll be good to go. Like, it was pretty good for catching me off guard. And
Wait, so they asked for your recovery phrase for MetaMask?
yeah, I think it was my seed
Man.
phrase. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's funny because I was just talking to the real developers and we were exchanging information, like I trusted them. So when these people like just basically slipped in and acted like the real people, it threw me off a little bit. So
Yeah.
I have a word for people like that, and I'm sorry in advance if this is a PG-13 expected show, but those people are straight up bastards. All right, I'm sorry, like straight up, dude. Like, my God. All right. In a more positive note, let's say hi
Yeah.
to a friend that all three of us know. Mr. Gabe Norwood is joining today
Hi,
in the
Gabe.
comments.
Okay.
What's up, Gabe? Now, Gabe like got me in on a well. He didn't. I wasn't able to invest, but he told me early on, like you gotta get like Mars Cat Voyage. You gotta check Mecca, and I'm like, I wish I actually invested in those.
Right.
But what's up, Gabe? Nice to see you here. And
Oh my
think
gosh,
the
Mecca.
boodle peeps are no longer in the streets. They have made it to Discord. And hello to our good friends Ron Pangyarihan. Panic mode and every click of ETH transaction. Djo's good advice saying I use fuel save. Maybe Djo can tell us more about fuel save in the comment section.
Yeah.
Hello to Mr. Ram Cervantes. Damn, that's a lot of burnt bread. And hello to my fiance, Carino, is joining us today. It's a funny story. When I first got into NFTs, I'm telling my fiance, Carino, all about this. Oh, yeah, I can buy like a digital painting and it's worth like 10 grand. And she's like, huh? And then I showed her and she's like, oh my God. And now like she told her dad today too. And her dad was like, what? So I feel like it's starting to be something that's like spreading all over the place, this NFT culture. And Carla, JD, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but less than 1% of the world know what NFTs are. So
Exactly.
as crazy as we think it is, it's only going to get 10 times crazier. And like maybe we're really early. Do you both believe this? Carla, let's start with you, then we'll go to JD. Do you feel that as bad as it seems like our investments might be, sometimes we see the floor prices drop and we're like,
Yeah.
oh shit. But then it's kind of like, a saving grace where it's like, but you know what? This isn't even the beginning.
I was kind of thinking like, oh, so many people are getting into this. Am I too late? Because, I saw like the PBA players like Gabe and JD already tweeting about it. So when I asked about it, I felt like I was kind of a little too late to jump in. But then I was also into Axie, and I was talking to a friend who lives in New York, a Filipino friend, just the other day, and she has never heard of what Axie is. And I asked some other friends, people living in the Middle East, in Europe, and they have no idea what it is either. And that is just so surprising to me because everyone here in the Philippines knows what Axie is, right? And that's kind of one of the gateway NFT things that you can get into. So that's what made me realize how early we really are in this space.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't agree with you more. Yeah, we're definitely early. And yeah, you nailed it. Like only 1-2% of the global population really knows about crypto and NFTs, right? So, I mean, anytime you just try to zoom out on where we're at right now, like it's as if we're in the .com days in the big cell phone that we have for
Right.
this
Yeah.
big. And, like we're in the wild, wild west right now. Like there's no rules or regulations. People are getting scammed left and right without no one cracking the whip on them. We'll talk about this later, but projects are getting froze because they are on a really fine line of breaking the law per se with the with the
Mm.
SEC and regulations that they're overseeing on OpenSea right now. So it's it's kind of scary a little bit when you think about it.
And to add to that, JD, I mean, not to get a little too political here, but we do know that if the government ain't getting a slice of the pie to some degree,
Oh
they're
yeah,
eventually gonna do some things about that. That is a conversation for another day before
yeah,
our computer starts shutting down or something. If
right,
people,
right.
everyone's watching.
I
Um,
won't say nothing about that stuff.
so an
So
interesting comment here from Roland. Roland says, "Axie in other countries is only additional income. NFT is the real deal abroad."
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, that makes
yes,
sense.
yeah, and a good question here from Ron. Do you guys still experience FOMO? I'll be honest, when I saw the price
yeah,
for Mecca and how it raced the other day, I was like, "Holy shit, why wasn't I this why didn't I like sacrifice my entire life to get on this to like begin with?" You know what I mean? But JD, Carla, before we get to your collection, JD, two questions. Because
Hmm.
personally, for me, my NFT passion started with NBA Top Shot. I got an NBA Top Shot around February, and I'm addicted to it.
Yeah,
I bought all the Miami Heat moments possible,
no.
as you guys could probably see. But two questions: one, how active are you both in NBA Top Shot? And number two, what do you think, if you had to guess, is the foreseeable future of the NFT marketplace? Let's start with you, Carla.
For NBA Top Shot, it was well, I bought my starter pack and then I sold them because I didn't get a good pack. So I sold it, got a booster pack, and I have a couple of additional moments right now. But I'm not really focused on that because I'm enjoying the collectible side more, like the art and everything. But I'm still planning to kind of explore it. It's just that I'm so deep into all of the projects I'm in right now. So
Right.
it's gonna have to wait a little bit. And with the market, I think I'm a diamond hands kind of person. I'm not like a daily flipper. I don't even
Mm-mm.
know how people do it, to be honest. Like, I mean, just holding, and I've been holding for weeks now, takes up so much of my time. I'm big on community. I'm always on the Discord. I like helping the projects I'm in, and I've been applying for like marketing spots and everything. So I'm being patient with it, and I think it can only go up from here. That's my prediction.
Absolutely. What One thing I just want to add about Top Shot before we let JD take the floor is I have never been more thankful for Top Shot than I am when I see gas prices and gas fees on my MetaMask for OpenSea, and I'm like, thank God Top Shot just charges like a fixed 5% transaction rate all the time. But JD, go for it.
That's dope. Surprisingly, I am not into the NBA Top Shop. I love basketball. I don't know why I didn't start. I knew that Newsom, Trevis, and Cliff were really hard into that,
Yeah.
and I just think I wanted to separate basketball and NFTs at that time when I first saw that NBA Top Shop. Like my whole life is revolved around basketball, so I was like, maybe for this one I'll just sit out and watch from the sidelines. But as for the NFT marketplace in general, I'm a firm believer that this is like similarities to the whole .com boom in the 90s, and we're trying to find our Googles, Amazons, Apples, NFTs right now. So I'm just like Carla. I'm just diamond holding, picking out a couple that I feel is going to be good for the long run. Even when the bear market hits, it'll be okay and stable. So it's just one of these things where we're lucky to be a part of because we're just so early right now, and we just get to ride this wave until what happens, until we get really rich, basically.
Yes. That's the goal.
That's the key there. Let's take a look at JD's collection here. We had it up on the screen. And I guess the first question I want to ask is, because there's a question here actually from Mr. Ram Cervantes, who is also part of the Asian Mint family. What's up, Ram? What's the one NFT in your collection you would never sell if you had to pick just one?
Ooh, right now, Cyberkongs. Or is it in in these that we're
No,
looking at?
in your
Okay.
whole collection. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to be selling any Cyberkongs for a long time. Like, even if they go up to 100 Ethereum right now, I'm not selling. I just
Wow.
really believe in the project. The video game still got to open. There's just so much potential in that
Potential.
company. I really think they're
Exactly.
going to be there in the long run. So if I don't have to, I'm not selling any of those.
Absolutely. And Ram, if you had to ask me, I love my unicorns. I will never sell my unicorns, especially because I just have to announce questing for uninterested unicorns start today, everybody. Just an FYI. All right. So let's go to Carla for this question from Mike Rand. Can you shill any NFT projects for us, Carla?
Ooh, well, I guess I could chill the last project I minted, Sora's Dream World. I know that I'm in broadcasters and that also has a TV head look. Sora is the same thing, but with a more anime feel. I am very confident in this project because I love the art. I think they did a good partnership with Evo's Esports before the launch even happened. They sold out in less than an hour, and we're seeing just really good movement right now. And a lot of people are holding it, and the community is great. So if there's one thing I would chill right now, it would be Sora. Also waiting for Doodle Dao though. I just tweeted like I drew my own doodle and I'm like,
Yeah.
let me in that whitelist, please.
Yeah.
All right. Carla and
Yeah.
JD, you guys are like kind of like tempting me to spend more of my what remains in my MetaMask right now. So we are
Spend it
gonna
all. Spend it all.
spend it all.
Turn it on,
Uh,
man.
by
Be
by the
reckless.
way, by the way, I'm just gonna say, okay, it's not impossible that we go to Commissioner Willie Marshall and like propose a PBA NFT or something. I mean, we gotta get a group to start this. I mean,
Like a couple companies have
Right.
came up to me and asked to be sponsors for the PBA, and like
Damn.
it was a real thing. Like there was a time I was talking to Gala Games, and they were full on board. Like JD, we're ready to do commercials, print ads, billboards. We will be a sponsor of PBA. Let us know. Like
Yeah.
get a team. Like it was so legit, but it was still so early when I started NFTs, and everything was hitting me like at a million miles per
Right.
hour. So it
right.
was hard to like decide what thing to do, but that shit's real.
Exactly. I want to take this opportunity to mention to everyone tuning in right now that the floor is open for questions. If you guys have any questions for Carla or JD or myself, feel free to ask them. And Roland here says, "Whoa, Gala in the PBA." So that's something that seems like it might appease or appeal rather to the crowd, the NFT crowd. But do you believe? Okay, I was watching a video by Gary V the other night, and his main reason, or he has plenty of reasons, he's a genius when it comes to NFTs, but one of his chief reasons for wanting to invest in NFTs is because he believes NFTs will be the future of what status symbols are going to be about. You see someone walking around the mall with a Louis Vuitton bag, right? I mean, it
Right.
hits different, right? Carla, maybe you could provide more context here, but like for us guys, for example,
Yeah.
we see a guy walking with a tucked in button-down shirt, a Louis Vuitton belt on his waist. We're like, all right, this guy is like trying to say something, but it's like a status symbol. Do you
Yeah.
believe, both of you, that we will get to the day where owning a bored ape or owning a gutter cat or as what a crypto, what did I get this
CryptoPunk.
right? A punk, yeah, crypto punk.
Yeah.
Do you believe this will be the future of what status symbols are going to be about?
I think so. Yeah, I would see that happening. I see it happening right now in the NFT space. I mean, a lot of projects are bringing out their merch, and when someone's wearing it and flexing it, it's like like yesterday, we did Let's Eat, and Mickey was our guest. He was wearing his cool cat's cap, and we were all like, "Oh, I see you flexing that
Yeah.
cap." So I think it's something that's already going on within the space, and as NFTs become more mainstream, I think I see that happening for sure.
Yeah, to add on to that, like even in our social media platforms like Twitter and TikTok, they are making verification badges for our NFTs. So
Yeah.
for instance, you put your PFP NFT as your profile pic, right? And you'll literally have a blue check on your NFT, showing that it's official, that's really you per se. And
Amazing.
I mean, that can be like a new way of another form of identification, basically, because you take an ownership over that NFT. So it's for sure going to be this whole status symbol. It's already changing our culture right now. Like it's going to be big for sure.
Exactly. I also want to bring up a statement here by Ed. Wait for the Asian Mint merch, everybody. That's gonna come in the future. Asian Mint merch. We're gonna get JD and Carla some Asian Mint merch when it comes out,
Yo,
and of
Yes.
course
Yeah.
our boy Gabe too. Ram says, Navs, what's your seed phrase? Here it is, Ram. Kiss my ass. Just kidding. I love my guy, Ram. Okay, so we're at a different stage now. NFTs now, compared to what they were even just 1 month ago, is like night and freaking day. This world moves so damn fast where, let's say you skip out on NFTs for a week, it feels like you miss so much. Maybe that's just me, but that's how I feel so much of the time nowadays. It's almost like you want to, disconnect from the internet world,
Right.
enjoy yourself. Like, the physical world is still there, but at the same time too, you disconnect for too long, you come back, it's like a totally new ball game. Which brings me to this next question. Will utility be the key for NFTs to really stand out? For instance, Axie play to earn. I mean, it was so simple like about 6-7 months from now, and then ever since then it's blown up. I mentioned Metamons earlier. They're like trying to follow the Pokemon formula of play to earn too, using
Mhm.
Pokemon as an inspiration. I mentioned unicorns. They're gonna they have a token, they're gonna let questing begin soon. So what kind of utilities do you both want to see from future NFT projects that would really make the market boom even more? Let's start with JD this time.
Okay. So if you notice, first of all, the whole NFT community, per se, I'm throwing out a number. There's like 500 projects or groups of people working on these projects. And like I said before, this is the Wild Wild West, and anyone and everyone, they all just are copying each other. That's it, trying to outdo each other. So that's why when you mentioned earlier, Navs, about how the space is moving so fast, it's because you see that when one project kind of hits a trend and does well, all the other ones are like, hey, they're doing good. Let's do what they're doing. So for instance, right now, when Cyberconks came out with that token, you all of a sudden everyone's starting to put out tokens, right?
Yeah.
Now there's like a staking ability now. More and more projects are doing staking, or earning royalties off their next projects. So they're anytime, or they use burn mechanisms where you gotta buy two so you can get another special one. But really, the whole point is just deflationary burn two, so drives up the price. Right now, that I would see, of course, utilities, everything right now, right? Everything. That's all we talk about. What's the utility case? What's it going to be like? So I think the next step right now, or at least the trends for what it looks like, is this whole staking, earning royalties off future projects, continuized with the whole token that they give out. But video games also, that's a big thing. Just right now, it's all about utility for sure.
Actually, that's a good segue to get to our Q&A section with JD, because we have a very interesting question here from Dominic Tan. And Carla, feel free to answer this too. What do you
Yeah.
prefer, Jared? DAOs or passive income as utility, or gamification?
For me personally, I enjoy games. I'm a gamer. So I love game theory, game mechanics, gamification. I'm really about that. Of course, passive income is awesome. Just like in crypto, we get staking there, stocks, you get dividends. So I'm not going to say like I don't like passive income. That's dope. But just playing a video game and earning money from it, it's just that's so dope. Like our whole life, we as in gamers, considered like degenerates because we just waste our time playing games. Now that we can get it for money, it's kind of cool, we can stick it to our wives or girlfriends or whoever, like, hey, making money, okay? Let me do my thing here. Like, gamification for sure.
I just wanted to ask, are your significant others also into it? I know that JD, your girlfriend's into it. Yes. I guess it kind of rubs off because we talk about it all the time.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So funny story. A few months ago, my fiance wasn't so much into it yet. I told her, because she's into astrology. She's a Leo. So I got her like a lion art, and I bought it for a certain amount. Okay. And I sent her the picture. I'm like, hey, advance happy birthday. I got you an NFT. And she's like, yeah, cool. I like it. And then like a few months later, I got an offer for the NFT. And I was like, okay, profit. Let's sell this. So I told her about it. And she got so mad at me. She's like,
why you sell my gift?
Why you sell my NFT? You said that was for me. You're supposed to ask me first. And that was when I learned. First of all, happy wife, happy life. And second, always ask your significant other's permission before you sell their NFT. Okay.
That was their gift, and you sold it back.
Bruh.
I mean, you have the picture, the right click and save, right? So you have the picture, of course.
Exactly. I'll keep the picture and take the $200. You know what I'm saying, right?
Buy her more gifts with the $200, right? Like,
yeah.
You're thinking ahead.
Exactly. So I got her like a hot dog NFT the other day. I hope that makes up for it. Yeah.
That sounds so terrible. Not in that sense, but like,
And
here's
then
a
you
hot
sold
dog.
it.
And then you sold it. All
Here's
right.
a baseball. There you go.
Yeah, here's a baseball. Here's an eggplant, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. This one's a good question from Nathan Best. Again, both of you could answer this. Can you explain staking to a newbie? Jared, you want to take this first?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So staking essentially is like, in fiat terms, you're going to put your money in a savings bank and you're going to earn interest from it. That's what it is, basically. In crypto, you're putting your coins in this DeFi wallet and you're earning interest. So NFTs, same thing. Like you can stake your NFT on their website as the project's website, and then you'll have some type of earning interest from it.
It's like you're investing your investment.
That's true.
Win-win.
It's like doubling down on your investment.
Yeah.
Win-win.
But the thing that, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just starting to get into staking as well. You just have more control versus doing it in a traditional bank where, you know, you have to keep it in for a longer time. I would say that crypto staking just gives you a little bit more control about how long it's going to be there and the returns that you can expect.
Exactly. Like it's very flexible. You can take out your money anytime you want, as opposed to traditional banks where it'll be locked per se, where you can't take your money out for an extended period of time. At least in crypto and NFTs, you actually have the choice. You know, you can actually stake it and lock it up, and you'll get higher interest rates. But you can actually have a flexible a package where you can take it out anytime you want. So.
Right, yeah, because some NFTs might ask you to stake for a minimum of 3 months, 6 months, certain amount of period. So you gotta be sure too. Like one of the things I always tell people is, yes, NFTs are booming. This market is on the rise, but please only invest what you're still willing to lose or what you can survive without. You know, because we never know. One of my favorite quotes in life is, "Everything is always changing." Something could be something one day and it could be another thing the other day. Now, clearly the signs are there that NFTs are the future. This is where we're going. But who knows? You know, there might be competition that springs up elsewhere and God knows what else. And Deidre here makes an interesting point too. OpenSea is starting to clamp down on projects with currency utility. So are we starting to see more of a strict governing ruling body? Maybe OpenSea is going to become more particular. We never know. And again, if you can take profits whenever you can, might as well, right? But at the same time, also save for the future. Here's a good question from Ed. How do you balance quick flips versus hodls? Carla, let's start with you first, and then we'll go to JD. How have you balanced this so far?
I wish I could answer, but I'm still holding all the projects that I bought. Literally, I've only flipped one, Deep Sea Jellies, which I minted for free, and I flipped it after like 3 days. So unfortunately, I also need the answer to this question because I get a little bit too emotional and attached to everything that I miss.
Right? Don't you feel like you're doing something wrong when you're going on multiple communities and like you're not giving enough time to the ones you really like?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was so funny because like
broadcasters a little bit or something, right?
they're like our pets.
Yeah, exactly. And it feels like I betrayed them because one time, broadcasters in Sora, I mentioned earlier, similar vibes. And I was like, the broadcasters saw me in the Sora Discord because they ended up doing a collab. So they saw that the devs knew me there as well. And they were like, "Are you cheating on us in Sora?"
Dude,
oh my gosh.
That's so funny. Like, yeah, I feel it all the time, to be honest. I would apologize in the CyberConks community for not being there for so long. And ultimately, no one gives a shit, you know. But you're just like, guys, my bad. I've been, you know, somewhere over doing this. And I don't know why we feel like that. But in terms of hodling and flipping, just have your own strategy. That's it. Like have money on the side for your long-term holds. Once those are all taken care of, and you position yourself good in the market, now you have your other side money for your flips. And can't tell you how to do it properly because you just have to watch the market and do your research. Like, there is no secret to this, to be honest. Just gotta literally watch the whole time and then just see the patterns and see where you can have your flips at. But it's just time that you gotta put into it.
Absolutely. By the way, we have now moved on to this segment called Let's Ask Jared, which I think will be a long-term kind of thing, considering
I love
Jared
it.
has become one of the early pioneers of NFTs in the Philippines. All right.
I want to be those guys.
Okay. Wait, before we start this, I just want to mention a question that was asked by Ram because I think this is important and both Carla and Jared could provide perspective. What are your signals when deciding to buy or mint? Let's start with you, Carla.
Well, I'm big on community, so I always make sure to hop on the Discord and really get a feel of if the community is really willing to stick with this project despite what happens. It's just like the reason why I'm doing this is because the projects that I got into, they seem to run into issues as soon as minting is over. So it's
Rug
been
pulls.
kind of like not really a rug pull, but then like just uncontrollable things like delayed reveals and whales just flooding and everything. So it was nice to see. I mean, that's when I learned that communities just really need to stick together, even if the floor price is dropping, to be able to for it to succeed in the future. So I'm big on community and I'm big on utility. I like royalties and charity based utility.
Right.
So that's
Charity
for me.
based.
That's
And
cool.
that's actually awesome. Some of these NFT projects give back to like cancer charities and saving like the environment, like animals going extinct. And that's another
Yeah.
amazing fact about NFTs. It just brings the world closer. But Jared, how about your answer to the question? How do you decide when to buy or mint?
Right. There's a lot of moving parts in that. There is never just one way or one option that's going to give you the sign like, yeah, I should buy these. To add on to Carla, she's correct. Like, community is everything. Again, when you're trying to create value on these NFTs, you need a big base. Like, you need a big amount of people to believe in it for obviously to bring value in, to bring money coming in, to bring awareness, right? So just like how Carla was saying, like, if the community's not there, if you go into Discord and you're just trying to get a feel, and a lot of them are just talking more about flipping and more about floor price as opposed to talking about the project, that's kind of a red flag. Now, of course, utility comes into play, and that's very important too. You want to look at the roadmap, you want to study the people who actually are in charge, like who are they as people? Because again, you're not just investing in the project, you're investing in the people, right? So you want to, are they weirdos? Are they dumb? Do they have a good track record? Are they good people, right? That stuff really does play its part, So
Are they shady as hell? Yeah.
basically, that's what I'm trying to come down to. And so you have to factor in a lot of things too. So those are just a couple right there that I would like kind of have a checklist, like, all right, that's cool. All right, let's proceed. Let's see what happens.
Awesome. Great pointers. And also, by the way, if anyone is looking into starting into NFTs, do feel free to reach out to the Asian Mint on social media, myself, Naveen Ganglani on social media, and find Carla Lizardo and Jared Dillinger on social media as well. Their social media handles are here, and I'm sure they would be more than happy to help out people who are
Yeah, for
willing
sure.
to get into the NFT market, because that's what's so great about this market. I mean, there are those once in a while assholes, of course, but for most of the time, you got
Everyone's just saying,
just supporting each other, wanting to see everybody grow, and at the same time, just discover this new world of possibilities.
so much fun.
It's almost like a Disney Channel movie. I feel like Aladdin on my like magic carpet, and not just because
Right,
I probably look like him or something, but it's actually like because you can discover like gentle flex there. All right, let's get to let's get to ask Jared. Let's get to the question for Ask Jared. So the first question, I believe, was create your own starting five with NFT characters, Jared.
Oh, dang. Okay. One cyber, like my NFTs, like Cyber Kong is a character. Okay, got you. My sup ducks, one of my galactic apes, cool cats, and a cryptodes. I'd say like those 5.
Okay. And next one. How would you explain NFTs to your grandparents?
I would say that it's like going to the store to buy a pack of basketball cards. I think that would be the first way I would explain it to them.
Interesting.
That's a good
That's
answer.
smart. Yeah. Ooh, run it back. Now this is a Top Shot or NFT question. Would you want a Dwayne Wade throw it back, run it back NBA Top Shot moment, which would probably be worth like $10,000 maybe if I were to assume, maybe less, or would you a rare Mechaverse?
Megaverse for sure. Megaverse. So what's the floor price at? Like 8 Ethereum right now? Hasn't even been
Something. Yep.
8 Ethereum
Amazing.
people? What is that? Like I don't even know the Philippine peso. What is that in Philippine pesos right now?
That's about
Is it like 6 million?
$1 million pesos, more or less.
it's about
Right?
1.4
One-
mil, 1.3
Oh.
mil.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just a
I
gentle
super
1.4.
overshot that.
Hasn't even
I mean-
been revealed yet. That's a bubble. Like, let's just be
Yeah.
honest. That's a huge
Yeah.
bubble that's gonna pop.
Yeah,
But-
that's like Jared's like maximum salary when he was a max contract guy in the PBA, something like that. Maybe even more. I think maybe
what,
even
1
more.
point something? That's like
Yeah.
Junmar status. Come on,
Jesus.
guys. Let's be a realist here.
All right, basketball practice or premium NFT queuing? What do you have more patience for?
Neither. I mean, more patience for like in basketball practice, you're just basically teaching the young guys how to play, and then that takes forever, like forever. Or premium NFT queuing, like just premium NFT queuing. I go crazy in that basketball stuff.
If you were to create your own NFT, what would it be called and how would it look like?
Whoa, cool. Geez, I love the whole gamification of like Roblox and like Sandbox. If you don't like, that's what I'm saying. Roblox and Minecraft, because that's what Sandbox is going to be like. I would make something along those lines where you can make anything, do anything, create anything, but it would look like, geez, like out in space, something space galaxy. You can do whatever you want out there. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That was a hard one, you guys.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Ooh.
One of one shoes IRL or one of one shoes in the metaverse?
Oh, IRL, one of one shoes, IRL for sure.
I mean, look at his background right now.
Yeah, I know. That's
right?
a giveaway.
I mean, that's worth a few Ethereum as well. Your collection right there behind you.
Oh yeah, man, right? I should sell those. I mean, I'm trying to sell everything right now to get my Ethereum game up.
All right.
I like this one.
Yeah.
No ETH gas fees or 100% shooting on the free throw line.
No ETH gas fees. No ETH gas fees. By far, even till now, like when you guys want to try to mint something and then you can't because the gas fees are like skyrocketed. Like how many times have you had that where you can't get something and you lose basically out just because of gas fees?
Yeah, and listen, you don't need to shoot 100% from the foul line. I mean, LeBron and Giannis ain't anywhere close to 100% from the foul line.
Yeah.
I would be happy for like a 75%. I would be pretty happy for that, to be honest.
All right, how about this? Thoughts on PBA Top Shot? We talked about this a little bit earlier, but if there was a PBA Top Shot, first of all, it would be called something like PBA Liga ng Bida, something like that. Probably.
Right?
All right, but,
NFT of the people.
Dope.
Yeah, and Liga ng NFTs. Okay, what would be your legendary Liga ng Bida moment?
Dope. Okay. I'd say two of them. One of them was like my rookie year. I slam dunk competition. I acted like Manny Pacquiao. That was kind of cool. And it was in Araneta, so it was in the city, and so it was sold out at the time. So it was pretty cool. He was about to fight too, so it kind of like built up for the fight, you know.
Guys,
so that was really
wait.
dope.
Can I just say we have some great comments right now about what PBA Top Shot would be called? PBA Be the Shot. PBA NFT NF Tropa,
NF
PBA
Tropa.
Liga Pack, NFTs.
NFT.
Ah, it's so funny because like those are viable options.
Okay,
Yeah. We're
I
laughing
think
now, but when it's a
I,
thing, we're gonna look
I
at
think
it.
JC's listening right now. The Asian Mint just opened a new competition. Okay, send us your best suggested names for a PBA Top Shot, and we will display the best options that we get. And quick question, Carla, JD, how much would you both be willing to pay? Number one, for Manny Pacquiao's jump shot in his PBA debut in Araneta Coliseum. I'm not sure if you guys remember that game. And number
Yeah.
two, how much would you guys be willing to pay for a highlight, a top shot of Gabe Norwood's dunk against Luis Cola in the FIBA World Cup?
Bro, those are great highlights. Like those would be worth so much. Like I still remember watching it from the stands, like when Gabe dunked. Like I was there, mind you. I got the best seat in the house. And
Yeah.
ooh, I'd rather have that one. Like the Manny Pacquiao one would just be funny to have because let's just be honest, he's broke at basketball.
Hey,
Yeah.
unless he
Respect
becomes
to legend.
president.
Jeez, I should not have no slander on Pacquiao here. He's the legend, but man, his shot's broke.
Well, Roland said the Brownlee buzzer beater as
All right.
well. That's another moment. That's a
Another
moment that
one.
I would pay a lot
Oh,
for.
I was there for that one too.
Yes,
Ugh,
Yeah.
best seat in the
Same.
house.
yes,
I was
sir.
covering.
Oh my God.
You're covering that one? Oh,
Yeah.
that game.
Japit would have a number of moments if there was a PBA Top Shot with all the dunks
Sure.
he gets, like LA to Japit lobs.
Yeah.
Ooh. Or,
Yeah.
or how about that Scotty game winner from the bubble last conference?
Yeah, in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
like
Oh my God.
just PBA, if you guys are watching this, just hire a bunch of young, fresh minds to just
Yeah.
generate these great ideas. It's just ideas all around you guys. Like you
Yes.
guys just no
I mean,
thinking, just copy someone.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you
Please.
need, yeah, and if the
We're
PBA needs like
available.
exactly, if the PBA needs like PR people to like push it too. Carla's there. I'm here. I mean, we got the
Yeah.
Bro,
Asian Mint.
I
right?
promise
I
if
mean,
I had a couple of my friends just to be a part of the PBA board, I could do it with my eyes closed and we could be killing it. Like there's so much marketing potential here and we're just
absolutely.
like
Yeah, okay.
ah.
It's
Anyways,
official.
sorry.
We are going to push this agenda. The PBA will hear us, and a PBA Top Shot will eventually happen. And I'm gonna get a Jared Dillinger moment. But I'm gonna need a moment when you were still playing with Talk and Text from back
Sure.
in the day.
I
to that.
against Ginebra in the semifinals. Someone needs to fact check. But semifinals, Ronnie Dell had to take the ball out of bounds around half court. And there was only 2 seconds left. And we're down 1. And he basically threw me an oop from half court for the buzzer beater to put it in to beat Ginebra. It wasn't a series game to go to the finals, but it was like game 2, game 3. That was pretty
Still
dope.
big. Yeah.
Pretty
Hey,
dope.
JC, if that video is in YouTube, maybe we can find it and play it during the stream. We have a question from Mike Rand. By the way, what is PBA? I will just say the PBA is the most professional basketball league in the whole world, 100%. All right. Okay, we got some more questions here. Let's go back to the NFT space. Let's see. Jared, have you influenced your teammates to be in the NFT world? I know Joe DeVance is in it. I know Gabe Norwood is in it. I believe some of the guys are getting into it. But tell us more. Who of the PBA family have gotten into this?
So there's a lot of people getting into it. Like we have our own little Discord, little chat server that we have where we're all in. Not on Discord. It's just on iMessage. I just say Discord just to make a point. I got like half of the Ginebra team onto it. And of course, like guys from other teams are jumping on board. We're all trying to win here, right? So the more eyes we can get on projects and more perspectives, it kind of helps kind of like guide through all this mess that we kind of go through every day checking for stuff. So I don't know how many people, but it's growing for sure. It's growing.
Jared, you just gave me an article idea to write for Rappler. I'm gonna hit you up about that
Hit me up,
sometime
huh?
soon. Yeah,
Hey,
yes,
man.
sir.
Hit
Yes,
me up. We
sir.
provide the best alpha here in the Philippines.
Yes, sir. All right. So we have about 5 minutes left in the stream. So if
Yeah.
anyone has questions for Jared or Carla, do feel free to send them. And now, hello to our friend Enzo Rubio. Thanks for joining us, Enzo. Hope you're doing well. Ed Antig said,
What's up,
Commish
Enzo?
Marshall. Ed said, Commish Marshall and friends just joined the conversation.
Hey, Marshall's my guy. I mean, not my guy, but like we're so cool with each other, man. I bet if I begged him to give me a job, he would.
Yeah. Well, you need to we need a Calm Willie NFT somehow.
Dude.
All right. So okay, I guess while we wait for more questions, Carla, let's start with you. What are some of the NFT projects you're looking forward to the next few days or weeks that
Mhm.
you just might get into?
Well, if Doodle Dow will notice my little drawing and selfie, then I would definitely love to get into that. Just even to get into their Discord, because I can't do my research, but I just really love how it looks. And I think it's a great project. Bunji, I am also looking at. I love the art. And that's another whitelist that I'm struggling to get, though. So I don't know if I'm going to get either of these projects.
I
And
hope
of
you get
course,
in that doodle dow though. Oh, I'm so sorry for interrupting.
sorry. No,
I
I was just
was
gonna say and nice fun zombies, but go ahead. What about Noodle Dow?
I was just agreeing with you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I
no
heard so
worries.
much about doodle dow. Like, please
Yeah.
try to get onto it. Like on all these private group chats I'm with on these cyberconks people, like they're all talking about it all the time. All
Yeah.
the time.
It's I guess it's the exclusivity, kind of like what Mecha did, right? I mean, they
Yeah.
shut down their Discord super early on and everyone's like FOMOing all over it. So I'm
So
one
silly.
of those people.
They're so good at that. Yeah. Yep. I hope you
FOMO
get it.
will FOMO will find a way to like get you back somehow in the future. Like I'm
I
speaking from
know.
experience, it's insane.
We
But
are.
we can't deny it. We can't resist it. You know what I mean?
It's so hard.
How about you, Jared? Any projects we should look forward to?
You know, I'm so cashed out. Like, unfortunately, like I really cannot buy anything anymore unless I start like selling my cars and houses and crap like that. Like I really can't. So I am in just sit and eat popcorn and enjoy the show at this point. So uh, I see. So there's this new one that's similar to Cyberconks called Kaiju Kings, and it's
Mm.
similar to Carla's that she's trying to get into with Doodle Dow. Like exclusive, can't get in Discord, whitelist, hard, blah blah blah. Looks dope, looks super dope. So for any of those that are watching who have money, Kaiju Kings, check out that one.
Are they on Twitter?
Yeah, you know what? I'll send you the links. I'll send it to you myself here after the show.
Awesome. I'm all right, great. So for my part, I would suggest, of course, unicorns. If anyone hasn't gotten into it yet, do so now. We're about to start questing. And I know the team, they're dedicated people behind the scenes, so check them out. Crazy Panthers is something else that you guys might want to check out while it's still cheap to mint. Crazy Panthers NFT. They're promoting it as the craziest party in the metaverse. Not exactly sure what that means yet, but it sounds dope. I hope it's a rave, an online rave or something like that. And of course, I would also suggest Metamon's NFT. They are a Pokemon inspired NFT that's going to be a play to earn game in the future. And it's really Pokemon inspired. Some of their NFTs look like Charmander and Charizard, and it could boom. And of course, Troppy Turtles too. Ed Antig here is suggesting Metaverse Travel Agency, so that might be something worth checking out. And again, if there are any more questions for JD, for Carla, or for myself,
Please ask me
do feel
more.
free. Yes, sir. Do
It's
feel
so
free.
it's so crazy how many projects there are, right? Like we're all talking about completely different projects and we
Completely
have
different. And they're all just as good, more or less. Like there's just
yeah.
so much. It's gnarly. It's so gnarly.
That's why everyone has to
Absolutely.
do their own research because we all like different
Please.
things.
Exactly. It's so subjective. Like wait until the bear market comes. That's when it's gonna get interesting, I think. For the worse. Like I haven't
Yeah.
experienced the bear market in the NFTs yet, so I'm kind of interested to see how that's gonna play out.
Awesome. So Kaiju Kings is the one that's a little like pixels, right? Am I
It's
looking
all
at the
about
right one?
pixel art right now. Like
Awesome.
everyone's loving pixel art apparently. That is the
They've got
trend.
like they've got like 2 tweets, 0 following, and 3,200 followers. Man, that's insane. Okay,
What is it? What's the Twitter?
it's
Is it just
Kaiju Kings with a Z.
Oh, I have one last question. What happened to the turtles?
The Dow Turtles.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a funny story. So technically, Dow Turtles, their Discord server, they were having a joke that they're gonna pull a rug, and they used it as a marketing gimmick to spread awareness about their company, and it worked. A lot of whales are buying in. A lot of important NFT collectors are all aping in, and when you read about their info on their website, it was really good utility. And it just so happens after they minted and opened, like a week or two into, or not, sorry, a couple days into it, the account got froze because they were violating some SEC regulations on token yielding and wordage that they would use for benefits and royalties. Like, a lot of companies right now are scared because of this Dow Turtles incident, because everyone is doing tokens right now. Everyone's doing, they're trying to do staking. They're trying to do these passive income yields. Like, technically, we're not allowed to say passive income in the NFT space. We're retail investors, so we can say whatever we want. But the actual developers, they never ever say passive income or things of that nature, because that's illegal.
Right.
So currently the turtles are still frozen, and they changed all their words and they're trying to get unfroze, but we have no idea what's going to happen with those. No idea.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching.
This
Good
is good
point
to
here.
know.
Good point here too by Dom Tan. Same thing happened to Zombie Cast just a few
That
hours
just
ago.
happened today. Yep. Same
Crazy.
thing. So like Lazy Lions, like anyone that's into those, like those are kind of suspect right now, like because of their, again, the way that they're introducing their token to retailers. So there's going to be a lot of weird things that'll be happening this month, I'm sure. So just kind of be careful on that. If the utilities sound too good and too crazy, kind of like back off and ask questions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so before we have time for one last question here before we wrap up. JD, what's the tolerable gas amount for you?
Oh, anything like 50 to 100. That's it. Like, that is my max. Like, even if it's at 100, I'm still cringing, and it has to be something super good, and I'll do it. But 50 to 100.
Awesome. All right. I just want to remind everyone too. JD, I'm not sure if you're part of the Asian Mint on Discord yet, but if you're not yet part of it, we will
I'll
send.
be there.
Awesome. Yeah, let's send Ed, if you're listening, still watching, let's send JD an invite, or JC, send them an invite to the Asian Mint Discord. I'm biased, but it's the most fun NFT Discord out there for me. Carla, if you're not in there yet too, we'll have you on. And
I'm
yes,
there.
if
I'm
any,
there.
awesome. Carla knows the vibes. All right. So yes. So if anyone's not part of it yet, do join the Asian Mint on Discord. We update it daily with NFT scheduled drops. We share the latest NFTs. We chat 24/7 about what's happening in the NFT marketplace. Also Top Shot, also crypto. Honestly, some of the friends you'll make on the Asian Mint Discord are better than the friends you have in real life. Let's just be real. That's what the NFT community is about too.
Right? It really is.
Exactly. So Ed will send you, JD, the link to the Asian Mint on Discord via Instagram. Awesome. JD, Carla, thank you so much for your time, both of you. And thank you for the valuable input you both shared today.
Thank you. This was fun. Always love talking about NFTs. Let's go.
Right? Super.
Yes,
very,
sir.
very honored to let me talk your guys' heads off. I really appreciate it, man. So much fun. We got to do it again sometime. Have an update on everything.
Absolutely. We'll probably do this again sometime in the future. And hopefully by then we'll be... What's the term for someone who becomes a millionaire with Ethereum? Do we have a term for that yet?
A millionaire for what?
Through Ethereum. We should come up with a word for that. Does anyone have any suggestions? An Ethereum there? Does that make any sense? Or does that sound a little too weird?
I never heard of that before. Interior, yeah, I can't say it.
Yeah. All right. We will work on that. We will work on that. All right. Thank you, everybody. JD, Carla, take it easy. And I just want to remind everyone, please still wear your face masks, practice social distancing, and stay safe, everybody.
Awesome.
Bye.
Later, y'all.